Do you feel a little bit of anxiety when you could walk into a room and there's crap everywhere and you don't know where to begin? And it's like you hire the cleaning lady to come over and you've got to put everything away before she cleans. It's a little bit stressful, don't you think? And you if anyone watches my channel and follows me, you know that I do home staging. And I just want to tell everybody that home staging is the same as decorating. It's no different. And so I am going to share some tips to make your house feel put together, feel warm and cozy, a place where you want to be and you want to hang out, not feeling stress and a little bit of anxiety, and then you just go out for the day and just ignore it and save it for another day. If you resonate with this, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and it helps the algorithm. So let's just get started. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be sharing along this video is all the tips and tricks, how to keep your house bright and cheerful, how to keep your areas organized, and just placement of items that you have. Trust me, I think if you go deep around your house and you find all the accessories that you have plenty to make your house feel fresh and exciting all over again. I'm in the middle of doing my pantry. I've had a pantry for 16 years and I have never had the desire to, get it all fancied up and put shelving units in there. I mean, I had portable shelving units, but it got to the point where I was stocking up and now I want to get into canning and things like that, that I really need some organization. So let me show you what my house looks like right now. So this is everything from my pantry is in my dining room. This was in my pantry. This is hubby leaving his things around the house. This is my husband leaving his tools where he had a project. The pantry is ready for the contractor and the floors have arrived. I recommend Floret. They make a high quality flooring. I will leave the link below. Now here are a few ideas of what my pantry is going to look like. I will do a video on the before and the after for you. I cannot wait to be organized. So I think let's talk about how to make a room bright and cheerful. Behind me on this wall right here, I had Soji White from Sherwin-Williams. I love that color and it lends itself very nicely to either a light tan or a light gray, depending on the colors of your room. I was looking for something that would warm up the space, but be definitely look like there's a color on the wall against the baseboards, which are bright white. And it does allow that my accessories and my furniture pop and my walls basically stay neutral. Now, prior to this, my walls were like on the yellow family. And after a while, I got tired of it. So this was time for a new fresh look. And this is the trend moving forward. Light, bright, allow your furniture and your accessories to really pop within a room. Now, another thing that is lacking and people don't realize is lighting. Talk about lighting it up. And what I mean by that is letting outside light in, have your shades open like I do here. And also, I think it's important that you need to brighten up a space. And one way to do that is to aim for 100 watts every 50 square feet or larger. And this will definitely bright. So keep your windows, blinds open, allow the natural sunlight in. And a room can look cheerful and bright too with just a vase of fresh flowers. Will do the trick as well. Now, another topic that is very important and will help brighten up your room is decluttering. And I would bet that 99% of us all do it. We all clutter up a room or a drawer. I mean, think about it. Think of all the things we collect over time that we're like, oh, well, I'll use it someday. And you shove it in a cabinet, you shove it in a drawer. Well, now it's time to go in that cabinet, go in the closet, in the drawer, or maybe it's just laying out in a room. Really ask yourself, do I need this now? Have I used it in the last year? If the answer is no, maybe it's time to let it go. Donate it to Goodwill, ask a friend, sell it on Facebook Marketplace, whatever it is. Go through the purging process. And if you have a big project on your hand, don't feel like you have to do it all in one day. I would try to do it at least a little bit at a time, once a week. Start purging and going through room by room. I recently had a loss in the family and we inherited everything in that home and we weren't really ready to let go of everything, so we brought it to our house. And let me tell you, that has been a journey because we've had to say, hey, we can't keep all this stuff. We have a house full of things of our own, you know? So it's easy to get caught up and have a lot of things. And all I'm sharing with you is part of decorating is being organized. Part of organizing is going through what you have and making a decision. Do I need this or do I not need this? So I hope this helps you. So let's move on to a couple other things like closets. That's the same thing applies to closets. You want your closets to have some type of organization so you can go in there and you know where your paint clothes are or your winter shoes will go. I have a really great tip. You know those long noodles that you see everyone use in the pool? Well, if you take the noodle and you cut it to the length of your boots, it will actually help your boots stand up when you put it in the closet, and it looks all professional, and it's so inexpensive because those noodles at the dollar store are $1. So grab them, and that should help give you that designer look in your closet. So I digress. So let's keep moving on. There's a lot of great other tips that I wanted to share with you. And that being said, well, we've already talked about conquering clutter and furniture placement. Furniture placement's another big one. You know, really take a hard look of where your furniture is, and it should not be wall to wall all the way around. It should not be lined up that way. You should have a nice flow and a walkway. You should have it set up so that it's set up to watch the TV or to watch the fireplace or to have a conversation. A lot of times in the living room, we put everything up against the wall. Well, maybe you take your sofa and 2 chairs next to each other, and it creates a conversation room. Or if it's your family room and you have a fireplace, you might want to do a sectional, an L shape, so that you're looking at the fireplace, but depending on where you're seating, you could be staring at the 80-foot screen TV that you might have. So placement of furniture is really key. And then I want to also suggest adding a little bit of touch of nature. Now, I thought I wasn't a green thumb, but I am learning how to garden right now. As you can see behind me, this is my microgreens that I'm growing and some plants that I have a tower garden I'll be setting up soon. But that's just for gardening. But what I'm talking about, now this is a violet, so I do have this in the kitchen, and this is a real plant. But behind me is a fake plant, and it's an olive tree plant. And I do like to, here, let me show you something. This is my baker's rack, and this is where I also have some greenery, but it's, you know, fake greenery, but it gives that nice warm farmhouse touch. And another thing that I think we tend to forget is if you have little ones and you're getting, you're going to have an event or you're having people over, it's really a great way to have baskets and toy boxes for the kids and help them on a routine. I know I did for mine. We had organizational shelving units for them where their books were and their Legos were and their Matchbox cars. Keep everything organized. And yeah, and if you're going to be organized, the kids will follow you as well. But when you're reselling a house too, it's really good to have some organization. Let the kids play, do their thing. But when you know you have a showing, you know real quick you can gather everything up, throw it in a basket, throw it in a toy box, and you're good to go. I just released an ebook on home staging checklist, so make sure you download it, enjoy it, and if you have any questions, please comment below. I'm happy to help.